Welcome you guys, welcome to Karim Swati NEET tutorials. In last lecture we have discussed about various types of CMOS inflorescences. Now today we are going to discuss about some important terms related to the stamen. So what is stamen? Stamen, it is a male reproductive part of the flower, right? So here it is having mainly two parts. One it is anther and another one it is a filament, right? So it is anther and it is a filament. The function of anther, it is helpful to produce the pollen grains, and filament, it will give support to the anther, right? So it is about a stamen, right? So in this lecture we will discuss about cohesion of stamens, adhesion of stamens, and length of stamens. So various lengths it is present. So we will discuss all those details in this class. So first we are starting with the cohesion of stamens. So what is cohesion? Cohesion means if you will take a flower, in flower the fusion of similar whorls we call as a cohesion. If you will take a stamen, it is present. That stamen, if it is fusing with a stamen, another stamen, we call as cohesion. So what about adhesion? If the stamen, if it is fusing with other than a stamen or dissimilar whorls, like if it is fusing with the sepals or petals or gynoecium, we call as a adhesion, right? So cohesion of stamens means a stamen, it is fusing with the stamen only. So in the cohesion of stamen, so first we are starting with the Adelphus condition. So what about Adelphus condition? In stamen it is having mainly two parts, right? One it is anther, another one it is a filament. So Adelphus condition means so anthers are free, but the filaments are united, right? So anthers are free, but the filaments are united. So the type of condition what we call as a Adelphus condition. Again, this Adelphus condition we are classified into various types. So based on the number of bundles. So if it is having a one bundle, we call as a monoadelphous condition. If it is having two bundles, we call diadelphous. More than two, we call as a polyadelphous condition. So first we are starting with the monoadelphous condition. What about monoadelphous condition? It will produce as a single bundle, right? Single bundle of filaments. So see, so these are the stamens, right? So here in the stamens, anthers are free, but the filaments are united, right? So that type of condition what we call as, that is a Adelphus condition. Here it is forming one bundle, so that's why we call as a monoadelphous condition. So it is found in a Malvaceae family. If you take a China rose, Hibiscus rosa sinensis, so that is an example related to the monoadelphous condition that belongs to the Malvaceae family, right? So next we will discuss about a diadelphous condition. Diadelphous means it is having two bundles of filaments, right? So those are united in a filament position, so those are free in a anther position. So see, in some of the leguminous plants, so here it will produce the arrangement of stamens, it is a 9+1. So see, so these are 9 stamens. Right? So these are the 9 stamens. So those are united in those filament position. They are separated. They are free in that anther position. So these 9 stamens, it forms one bundle, and remaining a single stamen, it forms another bundle. So here the arrangement, it is a 9 plus 1 arrangement. So the type of 2 bundles of filaments, it is one bundle, it is another bundle. So the type of condition we call as a diadelphous. So that is found in a P family. So next one we will discuss about a polyadelphous condition. Polyadelphous means more than 2 bundles, we call as a polyadelphous condition. So see, so these are the, it will produce a 3 bundles. It is one bundle, another bundle, another bundle. 3 bundles of filaments it is present. So then what we call as, it is a polyadelphous condition. So those are united at a filament position. They are free in a anther position. So that's why it is adelphous. More than 2 bundles. So that's why we call as, it is a polyadelphous. So example for this one, it is a citrus. Right? So it is about a adelphous condition. So next we will discuss about some of the other important terms. So those are syngenesious and synandrous. So what is the difference between syngenesious and synandrous? So up to now we are discussing adelphous condition, means anthers are separated, filaments are united. That is adelphous condition. So if the anthers are united and filaments are separated, so then the type of condition what we call as, that is a syngenesious condition. So see, so it is an anther, another anther, another anther. So here so these anthers are united, are fused. If the filaments are separated, so the type of condition what we call as, that is a syngenesious condition. So it is found in mainly Compositae family. Right? So what about a synandrous? So in synandrous, so both the anthers as well as filaments, so both are fused. If it is fused in a anther position, we call as syngenesious. If it is fused in filaments position, we call as adelphous. If it is fused in both the parts, so then we call as a synandrous. Both anther and a filament with another anther with another filament. So the type of condition what we call as, that is a synandrous condition. So example for this one, it is a Cucurbitaceae family. Right? So it is about a syngenesious and a synandrous. So next we will discuss about adhesion of stamens. So up to now we are discussing about what? Cohesion of stamens. Later we will discuss about adhesion of stamens. So what about adhesion? We are already discussing now. If the stamen, if it is fusing with dissimilar whorls, if it is fusing with sepals or petals or gynoecium or perianth, then we call as adhesion. Right? So see, If the stamen, if it is fusing with a sepals, so that type of condition we call as a episepalous. The stamen, if it is fusing with the petals, so the type of condition what we call as epipetalous, right? So example for this epipetalous is a Solanaceae members. A brinjal, right? If the stamen, if it is fusing with the perianth, or if it is fusing with the tepals, so then the type of condition what we call as epiphyllous. So it is found in which family? So it is found in a Liliaceae family. So lily is an example related to the epiphyllous condition. If the stamens are united with the gynoecium, so then we call as it is a gynandrous. Example for this one, it is a calotropis. So it is about a adhesion of stamens. Adhesion of stamens means that stamen, it is fusing with dissimilar whorls like sepals, petals, perianth and gynoecium. So these are the examples. So it is about adhesion of stamens. So later we will discuss about other types. So those are based on length, didynamous and tetradynamous. In didynamous, so here it is having a total 4 number of stamens it is present. So 2 stamens it is those are short in length, remaining 2 stamens those are long in length. So the type of condition what we call as a didynamous condition. So it is found in a Lamiaceae family, right? So 2 short stamens and 2 long stamens. So if you will see in tetradynamous condition, so here it is having total 6 stamens it is present. So 4 short stamens, so those are present inside, and 2 long stamens, so those are present outside, right? So the type of condition what we call as a tetradynamous condition. So example for this one, it is a Cruciferae family. Right, so it is about based on length of stamens. Right, so it is about you guys. So I hope it is helpful for you guys. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. Thank you.